Hi everyone, welcome back to Listen Up with Simran and Isha, where we dive into real conversations about life, personal growth, and everything in between. Today, we have an exciting episode lined up for you, so turn up the volume and listen up.
Welcome back to today's episode of Listen Up with Simran and Isha, and we're talking all about planning your 2025, planning your new era of the next year. Now, we are big believers that you don't have to wait till January to start taking action. Don't be one of those people. If you want to beat the odds, you need to start now. What do you think, Isha?
Oh, I love it. Yes, nobody's working on themselves right now. You can be the first in line. October, November, December, 3 months. Get on the horse, start working on your new year as well while you're, wrapping up the last.
Exactly. And I think this is the time to sit, reflect on the year that has gone by, start making more plans for your future by sitting with yourself and spending time with yourself, planning your new era. And we call it planning your new era because, we're going to take over the next year. I can feel it. I feel the energy with me and Isha and everybody who's listening. So I'm so excited to get into this topic today. We have so much information to share.
Oh, yes, I'm very excited. We have so much. We are here to guide you so you can plan your new era better. And I think it's very important that you start doing this right now because the higher self, your future higher self, is waiting for you. And for that future higher self to actually become a reality, you need to start working.
Yep, exactly. So let's get to it. So, planning your new era. I think before we even start planning the new era, I think it's important to understand why you need to do that. I think a lot of people come to me and they're like, Simran, I want to be an engineer, doctor, I want to be an actress, I want to be a supermodel, and all these things. Because, well, Instagram tells us we can do anything we want. But but honestly, what happens is that many times we are like, oh, we want to do this. And when we start doing it, we don't realize the work, the effort, sweat, tears, and blood that goes into doing this, following your dream and pursuing your dream. So today, before you even start working on your goals for next year, you need to first visualize what is this best version of you. What do they look like, what do they feel like, how do they talk, how do they behave? So before you even become this person, you need to start embodying this person, right, Isha?
Yes, you become him and her before you are him and her. So you have to start visualizing that. You have to see that before you actually become that person.
Exactly. I think it's like, I like this exercise one of my teachers used to do in school. When I say apple, do you think APPLE in your head, or do you have like a nice red juicy apple in your head? What happens when I say apple?
It's a picture of
It's
an
a
apple.
picture
Yeah,
of an
right,
apple.
red juicy apple.
So humans are very much stimulated by visions. If you do not have a clear vision of what you want your life to look like, you're not going to have the life that you want. It's not like a wishing well that you go and drop like a coin in the wishing well and you're like, oh, I want to be this tomorrow. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to start operating from this version of you and act like you've already become them. So today we're going to talk about that, Isha. Tell me, what are we going to do in these exercises?
Okay, so we're going to actually categorize this exercise in 5 categories. So the first one is appearance. How does your future self or your higher self look like? Right. So we're going to talk about that in appearance. Then we're going to cater the second part in actions, or what habits they pursue in their life. Nice. So what your future self does on a daily basis. Then the third part, and very important part, I think, is the mindset. What do they believe in? How do they handle their emotions? What is their mind like? So you have to think about those aspects as well. Then I think one more aspect that I really think is important for your future self, how prosperous they are, or how is their relationship with money, like what is their relationship around wealth. So that is one area. And lastly, all the relationships that they have in their life, how are they handling and how are they managing all those relationships, be it with their parents, be it with their partners. So your future self will have everything going on for them, and for every department you need to first visualize in every department.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. And I think like the way that this exercise is built that we're going to do today, it's going to give you clarity also. So if you're listening to this episode and you're like, okay, I want to have a nice self and I have a future self, but I don't know what she looks like or what he looks like or what they feel and what they do, then this exercise will actually give you more clarity as well and more direction in what this future self or highest self looks like, right?
Yeah. I think in this exercise, the best way to go forward with this is you journal. So make yourself like use prompts for every category and journal. And guess what? We have a PDF already ready for you, which will be shared in the description below. So you can use that PDF with all the prompts in every section. And then you can go forward and answer those prompts for yourself. It'll take about 40 to 45 minutes or maybe an hour, and then you'll have a clear vision of what your futures look like.
Yes.
Guys, you need to do this activity क्योंकि you might be aiming for something, but ऐसा हो सकता है कि तुम जब actually में उस reality को देखो तो तुम्हें वो बनना ना हो.
Exactly.
So before you realize, so you take that step, you sit down with yourself and write what you see for yourself. Let's start with this prompt. Simran, what we can do is one by one, we can go with these prompts in every section, and we can answer these prompts so that everybody who's listening to us understands how to go forward with this exercise.
Lovely.
Sounds good?
I love that. And of course, like we're gonna do only just one prompt of each category. There are many prompts in each category, but for the need for this exercise today, for this episode, we will just do one prompt of each category. So yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you the first one. So we're talking about appearance and looks in the first category. And so how would your future self, how do they dress on a typical day, Simran?
So I think I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but I am a huge Pinterest board person and I like to visualize what I look like. So what I like to do is I have a Pinterest board of what kind of clothes I like to wear or my future self would like to wear on a daily basis. Now I like to keep it a little bit casual but still chic. So I have, some cute tops and denims, maybe some pants sometimes some formal skirts or something like that. But keeping it casual and chic because I live in Bombay. It's so hot. You can't possibly wear, like heavy jackets and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think I have a nice, cute little vision board of what kind of style she has. And I like to kind of refer to that when I am planning my future. So yeah, this is an exercise that I would do for myself.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So now I have a prompt for you, which I want to ask you in the category, which is their actions and behaviors. So what does the morning routine look like for this future best self of you, Isha?
Okay, so I am someone who believes ki eat the frog in the morning. I live with that rule. So the first thing that I like spending time with myself in the morning. And I think the best time is working out for me. Like I want to do the workout and get the workout out of the day. So maybe going to the gym, like get up in the morning, freshen up, have a glass of warm water, and then go to the gym. And then I always towards the end of the gym when I'm actually getting back from there, I would like to sit and meditate for like 15 minutes. So like meditation and gym together in the day. So you're done with that personal time, you have that personal routine for yourself and then you start your day.
Nice.
I think when I work out in the morning, that serotonin boost also helps me to go forward in the day. So, yes.
I like that. That's so nice.
So that's more of my like a gist of my morning routine.
Nice. Cute. Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's discuss a prompt for you now. Okay. So this is one category I really like. When we're actually visualizing, I really like it for myself as well. So we're talking about mindset and emotions now. How does your future self deal with conflicts?
Ooh.
And
So one of the big things I'm working on right now is that I feel sometimes I can be very reactionary in the way that when there is conflict, I can just, flip sometimes. I can lash out and I do that at times. So I think if I have to visualize my future self and my best self, I think she's somebody who takes her time to respond instead of react. If she's in a conflict, she will try and look at everybody's perspective. She will try and understand how can she find a good solution for everyone without having to raise her voice or without having to become harsh about things. I think she will be more mindful, she will be more calm, she will be more centered, and she will try and find a resolution. And if she can't, she will not force herself to adjust either. She will still stay true to herself and do what is right for her without trying to intentionally hurt other people. So this is what I think my future best self is, what I'm working towards. So yeah.
oh, I love that. I love that for you.
Thanks. I think mindset is a very big one, and I think mindset is also
It's a big one,
connected
yeah.
with the fourth category, which I think is very important, is prosperity. I think a lot of times people ignore, like they talk about their looks and their, their mindset and all these things, but I think even your financial development and progress is very important in life. So that's why in the prosperity category, I have a prompt for you, Isha. I would love to know, what is your relationship with money as your future best self?
Oh, I love that. I think this is something I'm personally working on right now as we speak. So, with money, my relationship, I've realized over the years that I have this lack mindset. I've had this lack mindset with money, but I'm trying to convert and come from a place of abundance now. Like I don't want to be a miser when I have the money to spend. I don't want to because I've realized that the universe listens to you that way.
Yes.
So the relationship with money is very, very important. I think it's more like energy flow. If I believe that I have the money for a certain thing, I'll always have the money for that. So that is where I'm actually working on personally right now in my life. And yes, and that is something I want to keep working on, get better at.
Oh,
I think relationship with money is very important. यार लोग काम करते हैं सिमरन, बहुत लोग काम करते हैं, बट पैसे के साथ लोगों का रिलेशनशिप अच्छा नहीं होता है और लोग ये पूरी जिंदगी रियलाइज नहीं कर पाते कि मनी के साथ रिलेशनशिप कितना जरूरी है बनाना, एक अबंडेंस माइंडसेट कितना जरूरी है.
very true.
So I think this is something that we need to work on, and like we need, like consciously maybe we need to make an effort कि हम ये करें अपनी
For
लाइफ
sure,
में.
for sure. I love that. I think that is so important. And I think money as a category is one of my favorites to talk about, because I think money is also such a taboo in our culture. We don't discuss
Oh
it. It's so,
yes.
crass to talk about money, or like women don't talk about these things. So I think it's good that we have that, because I think it's important to think of your financial independence, because that's connected with your independence and your happiness. So yeah.
Oh definitely.
Yeah.
I think money पे तो सिमरन एक episode भी बनता है.
Next time.
Okay, so let's move on to the next
Yeah.
category, and this is the last category in this five planning a new era. So the next category is relationships.
Oh.
So how does your future self, Simran, prefer to be treated by others, and how does your future self treat others?
I think prefer to be treated by others, I would say with respect and love. And
Yes.
they should know what I bring to the table without me having to try and prove my worth to them or convince them, or having to, scream and shout my worth from the hilltops. I think they see me for who I am, and they value me and respect me without me having to ask for it or beg for it. So I think that is the kind of relationship I want to share with people, that they look at me as a safe place, who they love, admire, and respect. And I think that is what my highest version would be like. And then when it comes to how I would treat other people, I think with utmost kindness, compassion, and keeping their best interest in mind. I think it's so important to support people, support each other in this world. And I think my highest self understands that you get what you give, and the more you pour into other people will pour into you, and it's all about paying it forward. So I think that would be kind of the relationship that I would aim to have with people as well. So yeah.
Wow, that's the dream for everybody. I think everybody's highest self would dream to have that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Only if it was that easy. But again, if you work on it, again, if you think, if you visualize, I think you get closer to that highest self
For
day
sure,
by day.
for sure. I think even with relationships, I think a lot of people talk about visualizing other factors, but like I genuinely feel like I have manifested good people into my life, or like, called in, attracted better connections, better men that I've been dating, or friends that I've made, all because of the way that I kind of journaled and talked about what my highest self is. What does she accept, what she doesn't in relationships. And I think that helped me, to build better relationships as well. So yeah.
So good to know, yeah. I think even I would like to, work on this area of relationships. In fact, after this episode, once we're done shooting, Simran, I am going to do and plan my new era now.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit, answer all prompts in great detail, and see what my future self is envisioning right now, and envision that future for me.
I
I'm
think
very
I
excited
think
to
we
do
should
this
all do
experiment.
this. Like all of us, if you're listening to this episode, like go take out some time this weekend, whenever you have time, just half an hour, 45 minutes, sit with yourself, journal about these exercises, download the PDF, it's in the link in the description, download it, keep it for yourself, and let's, like, actually, if you do the exercise, just tag us in it. Like, tag us in
Yes.
it, we'll repost it on our stories, we will talk about it, and we'll support you with your dream of planning your era. So please feel free to tag us, and we promise you we'll repost the stories. So yeah.
Oh yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to hear from people. If you are listening to us today, please download the PDF that is in the link that is in the description below, and then you can answer all the prompts for yourself as well.
Yeah, and you don't need to share the
Guys-
answers, but like you can just show the exercise.
But yeah,
and,
just
like tag us.
Exactly. If you've done
Mhm.
exactly, you can just share that you've performed this exercise for yourself. I think I would love to see everybody doing this together.
Yay, that's so cute. I love that. So yeah, that brings us to summarizing how do you plan your new era. Please, the only homework you have from today's podcast, and yes, we're giving you homework today. We never give you homework, but today there's homework, is work on your future self. Work on who they are, work on building them, because they're built block by block every single day. So yeah, right, Isha?
Yes, and guys, remember, it's not right place and right time anymore. It's the right person at the right place and right time. So become that right person first.
Ooh, become the right person first. So act as if you're already there. If you operate from
yes.
this old, boring, sad, self-pitying version of you, you're not going to be that successful, beautiful, amazing, confident version of you. You have to act from that second version of you if you want to get better in life. So yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Hope you like such kind of episodes. If you liked this episode, we can bring more episodes like this for you. Let us know in the comments if you really enjoyed such content, and we'll keep bringing it for you. And thank you so much, and keep listening.
Keep listening. Bye-bye. That's a wrap for today's episode of Listen Up with Simran and Isha. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, and make sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay tuned and listen up.